great I am. I'm gonna float like a butterfly and sting like a bee. I am the king of the world.
Welcome to G5 Jeff TV. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the share button as you come on in. Big shout out to the sponsors of the channel, my boy Matt. Definitely check his apparel out on IG at We All From. And my boy Fats Classic. His mixtape is in the description box. It is absolutely free. Definitely give him a download, give him a listen. Now, Anthony Yarde fought a hell of a fight, but got knocked out in the 11th round versus Sergey Kovalev. And big shout out to Anthony Yarde for putting up the fight that he did. I mean, he was, about 30 seconds away from getting Sergey Kovalev up out of there in the 8th round. And if he did, that would have made my prediction video the greatest of all time. But, it didn't happen. But a lot of people have a lot of different opinions about Anthony Yarde after this fight. And, I seen a little bit of everything. So I really wanted to take this video to break down what did we actually learn about Anthony Yarde in this fight. And I have my information, set and ready to go, but in no such order. So I'm kind of just going to freestyle this one as I usually do. Now, Anthony Yarde, number one, the kid got heart. He got heart. You can't question this kid's heart. Like, not a lot of people are going to go to Russia to fight a killer like Sergey Kovalev, especially a young guy, only had 18 fights. 17 of his 18 victories was by knockout. He could have easily not have fought this fight and could have just waited and just got another championship fight under more favorable terms. So you definitely got to give a kid credit for even taking the fight. Another thing that we learned about Anthony Yarde is he has to start sparring. Like, a story came out with his trainer basically stating that they don't do traditional sparring. Now, from a technical standpoint, if you do not want to spar and you just want to do the pads and things like that, just from a technical standpoint, then okay, fine. Like, if you want to do like simulated situations inside of the ring, then you can do that. But every fighter needs to spar for one reason and one reason only, and that is to learn how to fight when you're tired. The only way you're going to learn how to fight when you're tired is unless you spar in the gym. So only way you're going to find out and the only way you're going to learn how to spar when you're tired. And that's what ultimately caused Anthony Yarde to fight, because he doesn't know how to fight while he's tired. When you got 18 wins and 17 by knockout, you knock your guy out before you get tired. That training method came back to haunt Anthony Yarde. Another thing that we learned about Anthony Yarde is he will eat a jab all night long. Now, don't get me wrong, Sergey Kovalev got one of the best jabs in the business, but he literally was walking through jabs. Like, he was walking through jabs, just eating them left and right. And the thing is, like, I'm like, damn, bro, like, you're not going to show no head movement. Like, you're not going to duck to the left, duck to the right. You're not going to try no pull counters, no nothing. Like, he was just eating jab after jab after jab. And I'm like, yo, like, this kid don't move his head to save his life. Like, he be so focused on getting his shots off, he don't mind eating a jab. Like, he doesn't mind eating a jab. And that's something that Anthony Yarde is going to have to clean up going forward. Another thing that we learned about Anthony Yarde is that his defense is mainly a shoulder roll type defense, but it's very lazy. Like, he has a very lazy shoulder roll defense, very lazy. I'm going to tell you what I mean by that. When you shoulder roll, number one, you're not supposed to shoulder roll all the time. Like, when Adrian Broner does it, he doesn't shoulder roll all the time. Floyd does it. He doesn't shoulder roll all the time. When B-Hop was doing it, he didn't shoulder roll all the time. James Toney, he didn't shoulder roll all the time. Like, Anthony Yarde shoulder rolls all the time. Like, he tries to shoulder roll everything. And on top of that, he's lazy with his legs. Like, your legs is just as important as your upper body movement when you're doing a shoulder roll defense, because sometimes you got to duck shots. Sometimes you got to move side to side. You got to change the angle when a guy is throwing shots. And Anthony Yarde doesn't change no angles. Like, he's lazy with his legs. Legs is stiff. Like, everything is upper body twisting and turning. You can't take the steam off of every shot. Sometimes you got to flat out make a guy miss. And that's something that Anthony Yarde is definitely going to have to work on. Despite everything that I just said, Anthony Yarde was 30 seconds away from getting Sergey Kovalev up out of there in the 8th round. Anthony Yarde has a lot of work to do from a technical standpoint. He needs to start sparring, and he needs to not be lazy when it comes down to his legs. Do I think Anthony Yarde is going to be a world champion? I think he is. I think he's about 2 years away. As far as his trainer goes, I think with the circumstances, with them being in Russia, and the fact that they wasn't going to get a decision, and those scorecards proved that to be correct, he wasn't going to get a decision. The fact that they told him to go for it in the 8th round, I didn't have a problem with that. I didn't have a problem with that at all. But when you tell a kid to basically empty the tank to try to get his guy up out of there and become a world champion, but in training you've never taught this kid how to fight tired because you don't spar, you kind of let him down a dark alley and just close the only way to get out. So I think his trainer is just a bigger reason as Anthony Yarde is for losing that fight. And Anthony Yarde, and one more thing, from a technical standpoint, Anthony Yarde needs to throw his own jab. The only thing he throws on the outside is that check left hook. And I said in a prediction video, if he throws that check left hook, eventually Sergey Kovalev is going to counter it and he's going to get knocked the fuck out. And he got knocked the fuck out with a jab. I don't even think the jab hurt him that much. I think it was more so he was just dead tired. I just think he was dead tired, and I think he really got knocked out partially because he was hurt and mostly because he was fatigued. Like, he was just done. He was on fumes. He was on fumes in the 11th round, and that's what happens when you don't prepare yourself for every single aspect of the fight. Despite all of that, I still think Anthony Yarde will be a world champion within 2 years. Talented kid, but he just has to clean some things up for sure. And he was 30 seconds away from beating Sergey Kovalev and stopping him. But not everybody gets second and third opportunities at a world title. Hopefully he'll get another opportunity because 175 is loaded. 175 is loaded, man. So if he doesn't get another shot, I wouldn't be surprised. But see, that's why you got to take advantage of the opportunities when you have it. And unfortunately, Anthony Yarde fell a little short, but we did learn a lot about Anthony Yarde in the fight against Sergey Kovalev. A lot of flaws, but there's a lot of promise with this kid as well. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section. G5 Jeff TV, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Please share this video, support your boy. Support good content at all times. I appreciate y'all. Peace.